So here's our third angled circular ramp example. We have a car on a frictionless ramp angled at 10 degrees. The radius of the turn is 25 meters. We want to know what velocity we should travel so that we don't climb or slide down the ramp. So before we've been given a velocity and we've assumed that there's no vertical climb or slide. In this case here, we're looking for that velocity that makes sure that we don't. So we're looking here for velocity and we don't have any units to convert. So we go to our second step, which would be to draw our free body diagram. And so we will draw our angled ramp here. Again, I'm just going to put in theta. I'm going to draw in a box for the car and call that M, and draw in my normal force. Call that Fn, and again we've got our angle theta in right here. The other force that we have is gravity, which is acting straight down. And again, it's frictionless, so we don't have to worry about that at this point here. We are looking to calculate a velocity, and so that is one of the variables in our centripetal acceleration. And so we're given a radius, asked to find velocity. So we go through the whole process. We set up our t-chart. We've got vertical, we've got horizontal. Starting with the balance in the vertical, F net is equal to the normal force vertical component plus gravitational force, no vertical movement. Then we have the vertical component is Fn cosine of theta. Let's just add to our chart our directions here. So we have up and to the right are both going to be positive, which means that gravity is negative. So rearranging, we've got negative Fn cosine theta is equal to negative mg. And rearranging to solve for the normal force, we get mg over cosine of theta. Going now over to the horizontal side, F net is equal to the normal force horizontal component. This is where we have our centripetal acceleration, so we get MAC is equal to, in this case here, Fn sine of theta. We can go ahead and choose our formula that we're going to use for centripetal acceleration, something with velocity and radius. So we have m times v squared over r, and that's going to be equal to, we substitute in that Fn formula from the vertical side. So we've got mg over cosine theta is times sine of theta. Next step, we're going to clean this up so we get rid of the masses. We get v squared over r on the left-hand side, and then we clean up that sine theta over cos theta is equal to g tan theta. So now we want to solve for velocity, so we rearrange the formula. We get velocity is equal to the square root of r g tan of theta. So the two values here, radius and theta, are given in the question, and we have gravitational acceleration of 9.81. When we substitute in those values, we get 6.58 meters per second. So that's the velocity at which we don't get any